Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to take you through a brief tour of the facility so that we can see what happens when we come in and open, where things need to be, kind of the opening procedure, and then we understand where everything needs to be when we close at night as well. The more time we can spend making sure everything is organized, the less we have to spend when we come in and open in the morning, the more time we can spend going over the session, going over what clients are in the session, communicating so we can put on the best show that we can. So when we come in on this door, okay, first thing you're going to do, 2 lights to the left, that'll turn on the big lights over the turf. Second light switch is here around the corner. And the third light switch on this side is going to be in the changing room, okay? As you can see, foam rollers are left up against the wall on this side. We have our massage ball. All the massage balls are in the bucket. All the towels are folded nicely and nicely organized. We don't have stuff hanging around, right? And any extra things at the end of the night that are in the cubbies. These are Lewis's shoes right here, so those aren't extra. If anything left overnight can go in the changing room in the lost and found. Okay? Now, what we want to make sure when we close at night, okay? Big thing here, all right? All the kettlebells are organized nicely, all right? So I would even say that these are not put back correctly. These need to all be facing the same way so that they're easy to grab and that it looks nice and organized, okay? All the kettlebells are put in order of weight, the big ones from heaviest to lightest, and then the little ones from heaviest to lightest, okay? All the medicine balls are put away nicely on the rack. We come on in. Music is plugged in. All we are gonna do is flip that bad boy on, okay? And if everything's put away at night the way it should be, that's all you got to do to open on this side, all right? We make sure that the rowers are nice and neat, that they're not too close to the wall. Same thing with the bikes. We make sure the bikes are not too close together so that they're hard to get in and out of, okay? As you see, the bands are set up here. These are set up for class. Tonight, after class is over, these bands will be put away. Little things like that are going to be organized here on the hook. You see we have the hooks for our cones, our cook bands, our super bands, mini bands, jump ropes, ladders, mats. All mats each night and after each shift get wiped down and hung right on there, okay? And you see there's no stuff hanging out, laying around. Everything's nice and organized, nice and clean, ready for the afternoon shift, okay? Now when you come on over to this side, you'll have to walk across and you could find the lights up here, right on the stairway, okay? Flip the lights on, come on in here, lights on, dimmers up, and right here in the doors you'll see the lights that go above the clothes and this logo over here. Make sure those bad boys are turned up, okay? Now again, you'll see everything's nice and organized, okay? There are no barbells out unless you are setting up for the next day. Now, the big thing here, you see where the barbells are. You see they're lined up nicely. And you see that the handles are pointing in. That's super important. This bar gets kind of awkward. Sometimes if it faces out, it's easy, it'll kind of sway back and forth. And it's easy to poke somebody. And you'll see that this big trap bar and the other trap bars are on the ground behind the power racks, okay? Again, medicine balls are on the rack. The extras are organized as nicely as we can. And I even like to put one of these bad boys right there, okay? The big slam balls are lined up in order, okay? And if we wanted to even be a little bit more organized here, we can stack them to create a little bit more room, all right? Things that tend to get left out on this side are the DC blocks and the AirX pads. Make sure those are organized and stacked, all right? We have our benches along this side. Dumbbells all organized. And the same thing with the kettlebells on this side, right? So this is not an okay way to leave these. These are set up in order, all facing the same direction, so that we look nice and clean and ready to go. Okay, now we're all good to go. Okay? This bench Again, just to keep it in a clean look and so that we know where everything is. Blue steps and the boxes are set up right along this beam here. All right. And that is it. This is how things should look when we leave. This is how things should look when we come in. We will go over how to set up for strength and sweat classes the night before in the next video.